No, 10 seconds. The reason I asked you about that is because 2019 was clearly framed as a Modi versus Rahul election. 2024, and especially if Rahul Gandhi is not Congress president, will not be a Modi versus Rahul election.
Yeah, but then the question, but there is still a question mark on Modi versus who then,
Okay.
and I think it's an open question on whether Rahul Gandhi versus Modi is a better framing for BJP or Modi versus a question mark is a better framing. I'm not sure that that's a very good framing for the opposition, because you do need to have some face.
No, so I'll come back to Sanjay Jha. The question that Shehzad also asked: if Shashi Tharoor wanted to indeed get some clarity on these electoral rolls, surely it's not Sonia Gandhi's door he should have knocked at. He should have knocked at Madhusudan Mystery's door. Basically, he's asking questions of the authenticity of your process, the credibility of the electoral process itself.
Well, Zakka, I don't need to respond to every outlandish technical issue being raised by the BJP to try and malign what I believe is a step forward in the right direction. But what surprises me is actually, because I normally agree with Nalin on many points, is the fact that I think Nalin seems to be having a very myopic assessment of Rahul Gandhi's role. Now, he's a former Congress president. He still has a long political career ahead of him. If anyone believes, and this will be factually rather preposterous to assume that if he's not the Congress president, he needs to be in hibernation. Not at all. In fact, it's the other way around. I believe in Rahul Gandhi not being the Congress president, something that I, on public platforms, have said is the way forward for the Congress. And if Rahul Gandhi is not the Congress president, it actually unleashes the talent that the Congress party has. Rahul can be
Sanjay, I'll tell you what. Yeah. I'm sorry I'm interrupting. I think the problem is the comparison that happens with the most proximate example that one can think of. When Sonia Gandhi decided that she does not want to be Prime Minister post the 2004 election victory, everybody hailed it at that time. And Manmohan Singh got nominated as Prime Minister. But eventually, through UPA 1 and 2, I mean, it was prevailing wisdom that she is the power behind the throne. So if Rahul Gandhi gives up on running for Congress president, all great. I mean, nothing against him. But how does he then break the perception that whether a Gehlot or a Tharoor or whoever it is becomes your next party president, Rahul Gandhi will not be controlling things from remote or by remote, like his mother did with Manmohan Singh in UPA 1 and UPA 2?
Well, give me 30 seconds of uninterrupted time and I'll answer that. I believe by actually not standing for the position here, Rahul enhances his political credibility. He said in 2019, I will not contest, neither will some member from my family. Yeah. And in actually adhering to that public proclamation, he gets huge points for it, which in politics not many people do. Number two, very critical here, I understand why the BJP is sounding very edgy today. I'll tell you why. Because the Congress, despite losing many people, has, in my opinion, veritable talent. A Sachin Pilot who does well in the Rajasthan elections could be a potential candidate for Prime Minister in 2024. You could have many other alternatives. Mr. Gehlot, by the way, is a seasoned veteran. And you asked me earlier, can Shashi give him a fight? Let me tell you, Shashi should not be seen as a mere English-speaking, intellectual, articulate author. He's very popular with not just the people in south part of India. He's popular with the urban, with the middle class. And even whether he were to win or even not win, he puts forward an idea of the Congress before the people of the country. Okay. And I think that is the narrative that the Congress
I think the criticism against Shashi Tharoor, and I guess, at some level it is... One
last point.
Yeah, okay.
One last
quickly,
point.
I'm running out of time also, yeah.
Yeah, please remember, Nalin, that Rahul is drawing crowds in a great number of ways, a spontaneous support in Bharat Jodo Yatra. The Congress, if it lets its talent out on the roads, I think the BJP will get a run.
No, but surely, Sanjay, in your previous avatar, previous avatar as a psephologist, you will know that drawing crowds is absolutely, it has nothing to do with turning them into votes. Nalin knows that better as well. But anyway, 10 seconds each, and then I'll wrap
sometimes
up.
Sometimes when I listen to people, I wonder whether suspended is for their status or for their logic. It's technical. Free and fair elections is a technical. I did not name anybody. Now, if somebody's felt hurt with that comment, I think everybody understands whom it applies to, and I'm glad that they do. So let me ask you, that is a free and fair election a technical aspect? And by the way, which election did Sonia Gandhi win against Sitaram Kesri? She kicked the man out. Please read Rashid's book. You'll get to know what they've done to Narasimha Rao. This family can't stand talent outside. They have no talent within the family. And anybody who has an inch of talent outside the family, they can't stand them. So please, you can be an optimist on Prozac, but that doesn't help.
Okay,
you can only be suspended in logic.
Quickly, 30 seconds, Nalin, and 30 seconds, Rashid. I got to wrap up after that. Yeah, Nalin.
This guy is sweating.
So I just wanted to have a quick response to Sanjay. Sanjay, thanks for your comments. I agree with you, by the way, on your point on Shashi Tharoor completely. But you know, I think you misunderstood my point a little bit. The point I was trying to make was not that Rahul should be in hibernation and not be a public figure. The point I was trying to make was that was not about his public persona, but about who is the real boss of the Congress party, whether you have the title or not. Who controls pelf and power? Who controls? This is not that. The question is, will the new Congress president, whoever it is, will only be the person who does the hygiene stuff, keeps the buses running on time and all that kind of stuff, or actually controls power, and Rahul Gandhi and his team don't?
Rashid,
and that is what I was trying to say.
Rashid, 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think.
I need 10 seconds.
Okay, yeah. Rashid first, yeah.
But you see the key point. Of course, Sonia Gandhi may have been instrumental in kicking out Sitaram Kesri, but Zakka, you know, all Congress people, including Pranab Mukherjee, Arjun Singh, Madhav Sindhia, Jitendra Prasada, except for Tariq Anwar, all of them were party too. They were all conspirators who threw out Kesri. So we must remember this.
Okay.
Second, we can go on talking about, ultimately the task for Congress is very simple for 2024. It has to come very close to 100 Lok Sabha seats. Whether it does it or not, that is the thing which only 2024 will tell.
No, say that again. You're saying the Congress's target just needs to be 100. Why? I mean, I thought it should be 272.
No, ideally, look, the Zakka, you're going from 44 to 52. I mean, I think 100 at very tall order.
Okay. Modest expectations. Right, fine. Okay, Charan Singh Sabra, yeah.
It's not happening in Sanjay's lifetime. I can assure you of that.
Final word, yeah. 30 seconds, I got to wrap up. Completely out of time. Huh? Yeah, I'm listening.
In my entire political career of 35 years, I haven't seen any election for BJP's top post, except for Yashwant Sinha, once asking for for the nomination papers.
I invite you to the BJP headquarters tomorrow morning. I'll give you all the details.
And secondly, it is going to be a fair election. 9,000 PCC members, the PCC delegates are going to vote in this election, and it is going to be absolutely fair.
Is it in the public domain, this
vote? Elected president, and BJP has to keep its mouth shut.
Okay, all right. I got to leave it at that. No, I'll leave it at that. All I'll say is this: that if indeed there is an election, and you can always doubt the authenticity of it, the credibility of it. If there is an election, and if Mr. Gandhi or any Gandhi surnamed congressman or woman is not running to be the next Congress president, I guess it moves the needle one step forward in the Congress's own story. Whether or not that's good enough for 2024, whether or not that will be a match for the BJP and Mr. Modi and this election-winning juggernaut, that is a separate matter altogether. But certainly for the Congress's own cohesiveness of its story, I think a free and fair election, and an election in which a non-Gandhi becomes the Congress president, I think is absolutely essential. We'll take a quick break. When we